We're going to be reviewing a gun, airsoft gun today. This is the UTG Shadow Ops Sniper L9 bolt action. As you see, mine needs to be lubed. There is assembly required when you get the gun. The gun comes with 2 mags and a bipod, which you have to put on this. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that right quick. You just loosen that piece up, pull this piece over, and then, okay, work it onto the rail there. May need to take that piece off all the way. And whether you want to put the bipod on right ways or backwards, it's up to you, because you can do it too. And when you get that on, the bipod is really easy to put on. It just clicks in place, as you can tell. This one did not come with a scope. I had to buy the scope separately. Now the cheek rest, if you do get this gun, the cheek rest, you might want to raise that up a little bit, because it's a lot more comfortable and the gun's more accurate if you do that. Now the bolt, you need to lube it about every 4 weeks, or else it starts, you know, getting hard to pull back. Like mine's starting to get a little hard. I'll go ahead and let you hear what the gun sounds like. It's really quiet. Now another thing is, this gun has the dual trigger, the safety. You try to pull it back without pulling that first trigger back, it will not fire. You got to pull this first trigger back in order to fire the gun. And it's got a safety right here. And the assembly is required to this gun, but it's really easy to assemble. Now, if I was you, I would get a pair of gloves or just some electrical tape to cover that up, because it is really irritating. You know, just some like this. Just some like this, with the fingers cut off, just enough to block that little piece there. Now, what I do not like about the hop-up on this gun is you got to stick an Allen wrench in there to turn the hop-up on. The thing about this gun is that without hop-up, it's around 400, 480 range. On a hop-up, it's 510 FPS. This gun it will make you bleed. Just let me say that. I shot a friend of mine with it, and it made him bleed. The gun is a lot lighter without the bipod. You take the bipod off, the gun is lighter than an M4, you know. That is light. They put that bipod on, it adds a couple pounds, because that is metal. Now, the sling that the gun comes with is very cheap. Mine is broken. I've only had the gun for 2 weeks. And I'm saving up for a better scope, or sling, and a scope too. I'm saving up for a $80 variable zoom scope that comes out about right here on the gun. Anyway, apply even pressure to the bolt. Pull it up easy. Pull it back till it clicks. Forward, down. Not much pressure, the bolt can snap. Do not leave the gun cocked for over an hour at max. You want to, as soon as you cock the gun, you want to try to fire it within 30 seconds or so, because it will snap the insides with the spring and stuff. The mags are extremely easy to load and unload. Just pull this piece back and they just shoot out into your hand. That way you can just start feeding the other ones in, like that. Now, the gun's scope is like a real hunting scope. It's got lens caps. That way you do not scratch your lenses up. And it's got lens cleaners and all that. To sight the scope in, you've got these caps. And you can take your fingers, or you can take like a penny or a flathead screwdriver to help sight the gun in. The gun is accurate, I don't know, maybe 200-300 feet. But this is a UTG. There are other models. And overall, I give this gun 4 stars, because the mags, if you drop them, they will bend. But you just got to be careful with it, because it is an airsoft gun and it's not a toy. Now the bipod is really easy to pull down. You just take these circular knobs here, pull them forward, and keep them held there until it's at the bottom. Do the same over here. Now if you'll unscrew this a little bit, this little thing right here, they shoot out. They extend. You got to tighten it every time that you do that, because they can fall off. The gun is extremely accurate, like I said, to a certain amount of yardage. But overall, I do give this gun 4, maybe 4.5 stars. And that's it. Have fun with your UTG.